and then break it down the other cards, starting with
Here are the Nuggets unloading from the team bus early.
Thank you, Kevin.
Going for that top spot. Always difficult, but a fun journey for them. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup.
Here we go.
Out on the perimeter, it's Caldwell Pope and Porter Jr. Gordon steps in at the 4 with Jokic in at center. And it's Murray in at the 1 spot. And for Memphis, the wingmen are Bane and Brooks. Then there's Jackson. Then there's John Morant. And it's Aldama with the 4. Steve, as we know, this should be a battle of the backcourts. And you know something about that. Who did you, when you played, love to face and play against?
Well, two of the guys that come to mind right offhand as far as backcourt players was Michael Jordan and Penny Hardaway. Love facing those guys. And then at the end of my career, I love watching Allen Iverson, not gardening.
And going vertical. Murray's one of those guys with that sneaky athleticism.
Morant surveying the D. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Such a wide open look.
Just so smooth pulling up there off the dribble. Porter terrific at being unpredictable and knowing when to take that shot.
Count that one.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And you love seeing that great mobile 1 drive a second time.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Here's Murray. 17 points in his last outing. To the paint. Crafty move. And the rejection by Jackson. Just 2 to shoot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And they can't be happy they fouled Murray there in the act. Jamal is like... lights out at the line.
This is his first free throw of the game. One of the stars of the 2020 bubble playoffs, Jamal Murray.
I mean, remember, he had a 50-point game, and Murray averaged over 26 points, helped Denver make it to the Western Conference Finals. We saw Jamal take his game to another level in Orlando.
Now here's Morant. His last outing, he had 18 points. And the basket by Jackson.
There's the flexibility of Jaren at the offensive end. He can post, he can put it on the floor, or he can just catch and fire.
Here is Porter. Pass to Caldwell Pope. On the wing, Porter. Guarded by Bane. Cuts off the pass. And here we go. Morant hit into the hoop.
As creative as they come, John Morant has a style that's specifically his.
And now another look at that great drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And you gotta love the aggression that he had, taking it to the rim there. Sets the tone in a close game like this one.
It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Morant's got 8. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. Trailing by 4. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Yeah, proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
Yeah, and you could see the crowd's reaction with every make. It wasn't pretty.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And Morant gets it to go.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Now here's Gordon. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Wizards in Washington.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
Smitty with Memphis. What do they need right now to make a championship run this season?
Kevin, I think the pieces are all in place. It's a matter of luck on the injury front and staying focused when the pressure's on in the biggest postseason games.
No good that time, and it's Memphis the other way. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, they got into a terrific flow offensively, but a lot of that was because the defense they were facing was mediocre.
Yeah, it seemed like they got every shot they wanted. I'm sure they wish every game could be that way.
Back to Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Already ahead by double digits, trying to run away and not look back.
And Jokic, with that incredible vision, quickly spots the open man.
Here's Morant. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Caldwell Pope missed inside. And it's contagious. Caldwell Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Memphis with the ball. They're on a 19-6 run. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Stronger than his frame might suggest. That's a big-time and one by Ja.
Memphis shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
Jones against Smith. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
The change of pace element that Smith brings, he's a tricky cover, which can lead to these kinds of fouls.
The Nuggets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Here's Morant. No good on the last second attempt there. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Grizzlies out in front, up by 12. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Memphis.
What they've done is they've looked to push the pace and transition early, and it's paid dividends with their fast break points.
On top of that, they're creating turnovers and taking advantage by converting on the offensive end.
Tyus Jones out there with Kennard. Then there's Dillon Brooks. And there's Jackson. And it's Tillman into the 4 spot. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
Konchar's checked in for Jackson. And Denver with a change here, too. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Smith. Now, here's Green. Here's Najee. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Najee's got his first 2 points.
And Green is a critical role player for this team. His passing is really phenomenal.
Gets it to go. That one good from Tillman.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
I think it's pretty clear, Greg, what the goal is for this Denver organization long term.
It's simple, Kevin. Make it to the finals. The Nuggets have never been there. They've been close reaching a conference finals on more than one occasion.
Now here's Brooks. 11 points for him in that last game against Houston. Kennard, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks.
A player who's aware of everything around him. Brooks sees the man break open and hits him.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. And the layup is good.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Here's Tillman, and he dunks it down.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
Jackson against Jones. Jackson misses. And the Grizzlies leading by 12. Brooks, the pass to Concho. And he comes up with the deuce.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And they double up Jackson. And Bryant kicks to Jackson. Tillman grabs the miss. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. After this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Now here's Green. An 11-point game for him in the win against Washington. Bryant controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much, Kevin. Not that long ago, of course, the analytical team shot way more three-pointers, and they found a temporary edge. But now every team shoots a lot of threes, and it's more about personnel. When it's a superstar shooting the ball, that mid-range jumper can be very efficient. Guys?
And, DA, we see it all the time. Brandon Ingram with the New Orleans Pelicans. KD. The two players in Phoenix with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. DeRozan in Chicago. We'll hit those all day long. David, thank you. Here's Brown. It's rebounded by Memphis. And with the addition, Greg, of the play-in tournament, we're seeing more meaningful games here late in the season.
Yeah, we're seeing teams battle for positioning more than ever. You have multiple teams trying to secure that 6th seed to avoid the play-in.
Now, here's Porter. Against Washington, he was really on his game. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
And the size Porter Jr. has helps him on those physical takes. Great work inside there.
The kick out to Williams. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt, and let's hope he's okay.
And I feel like we see this all too often. Injuries, they play such a big part of the game.
Well, the explosive moment, the quick change of direction, a lot of stress put on the body.
Jackson, he's checked in for Memphis. Ja Morant comes in for Bain. And Denver with a change here, too. Smith is checked in. Aldama passes to Morant. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game. 10 for 13.
What body control from Morant. Able to take the hit and power through it all.
Smith with it. Jokic back to Smith. Beyond the arc. Ja Morant grabs the rebound.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Murray's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Now here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Okay, check out the handles of Ja Morant. Wow, what a crafty player.
Jokic against Jackson. Jokic passes to Porter and finished off by Porter.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Here's Williams. Out to Morant. And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
13 foul.
That's good from Morant.
As young as Ja Morant is, I'm impressed. He came in ready to lead a team. And these guys, they follow him.
Here's Smith. Just 3 on the clock. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Oops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
And so it's Memphis. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. There was no stopping Ja Morant in the first half. He had 25 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. It was a return to form for him tonight after struggling in their last out. Kenny, what was your take on Memphis?
And the game plan they went.
And that'll...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
His activity level has made an impact, and he is fearless.
So on the floor for Denver, the forward spots will be Porter Jr. and Gordon. Murray and Caldwell-Pope, the guards. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
With the ability to beat his defender in a number of ways, Morant is truly a dynamic scorer.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
That's an incredible move by him on what's been an impressive night all around.
And he makes that one. Porter's got 8.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots. And such a young, exciting core for the Nuggets. The MVP, Jokic, Michael Porter Jr., and Jamal Murray. This group has a chance to be a contender for years to come.
No reason to overcomplicate an easy shot, but hey, he still got it to go.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Brooks finds Morant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Porter. With Jokic, I mean, the potential, Greg, this Denver team, they've got so much. But what is the key for them to actually reach it?
Kevin, simply health. I mean, they need Murray and MPJ to be out there. Those two have had major injury issues. Jokic is a generational talent, but the man needs help.
Gordon, the pass to Murray. Brooks against Porter. Just 5 on the clock. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the ceiling so high for Porter. A versatile, effective forward who does so many things well.
Free throw good. Porter. Greg, looking at the shooting numbers of Michael Porter Jr., they're off the charts.
I mean, his first full year in the league, Porter Jr. was top 20 in field goal percentage, top 10 in three-point percentage. Incredible numbers for a 6'10 wing.
Tillman, he's checked in for Memphis. Tyus Jones comes in for Ja Morant.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Pound kicks to Bryant. Porter looking it over. Porter double team. And that one is off. And Memphis the other way now.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
The shot's good from Kennard.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Here's Brown, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Jeff Green is checked in for Denver. Jackson comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
And the Grizzlies leading by 16. Jones drives in on the wing. Jackson. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists now in this one.
Good concentration by Jaren. A little contact on the shot. No problem.
And a nice shot by Bryant. Bryant's got his second bucket.
That's just good basketball. Can't ask for a better look.
Grizzlies have gotten 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Tillman passes to Kennard. Here's Tillman. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And this league has plenty of guys who can take over a game at any time. But, Steve, how fun is it to have a team with multiple threats and on any given night?
Well, it's really, Kevin, unfair because you have 2 guys that can get it going. And for the defense and the other team, that is hard to contend with.
Kennard against Green. Shot's good by Kennard. Kennard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Can't let Kennard get this close. Once you do, he's going up with it. One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They lead by 17. 1:02 left in the third. And he's good on the 3-ball. Jones has got 7.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
On the wing, Williams. Here's Tillman. 5 points in the game. Here's Jackson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 6.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, the way he plays the game, he's always in attack. This is the one area I think he definitely has to improve on in his career. Ish Smith is knocking down free throws.
The first one falls, and Memphis making a change here. Konchar's checked in, and then for Denver, Jokic comes in for Bryant, and it's Jamal Murray in for Najee.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Jones looking for an opening. Passes it to Jackson. Green with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 20. Over in the corner, Brown. And that one hits back iron. Fast break, Memphis. Here's Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed. And that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We come back right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Jackson. Ja Morant, he's out there with Jones. And it's Tillman in at the 5. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Here's Morant. Lays it up and banks it in. Morant's got 31 points.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. And it's contagious. Caldwell Pope with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Some changes for Memphis. Aldama's checked in, and it's Dylan Brooks in for Konchar. Here's Morant. Gordon with the defensive effort.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Porter against Brooks. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And just playing well within the offense. Porter's not forcing his own shot and shows solid court vision and passing the ball.
And another miss by Memphis. For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. That's in there. Murray with the assist.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
Here's Morant. And jammed down. And he goes right on top of Aaron Gordon.
A guy who can lull you to sleep and then burst right past you. Ja Morant on the attack.
Outside Porter. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Murray, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Brooks dishes to Morant. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Okay, time now for an injury report. Let's get an update on Desmond Bane. What's the status, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, I got some news from Memphis's head athletic trainer. He told me it's pretty serious. He broke his shoulder, and he is undergoing treatment as we speak. This injury could be devastating for them. This is a team that had title hopes, Kevin, and this is not what they need.
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sideline.
I know he'll fight back hard to get back on the floor. He wants to be out here with his teammates.
Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Aldama. Rebound by the Nuggets. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Caldwell Pope. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And sweet drive there. KCP, a smooth operator with terrific straight line speed.
Morant right side. And finished off by Morant.
We'll credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
The shot's good. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Their activity has been at a constant level. Always around the ball, quick hands causing a lot of steals.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
Morant outside. And stolen by Murray.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Grizzlies.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47.
And this victory will draw them even in the season series as it comes to a close.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Ja Morant.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
So Denver ends up going with a whole new group. So Memphis ends up going with the new group.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that.
Comes up empty down low.
Oh, I don't believe that. He's better than that. Come on.
Lets it go from deep. Hits it from three-point range.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Chandler scanning the floor. Here's Williams. Tries again. Banked in off the glass.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
The steal. Here's Smith. Braun. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
At the end of the day, when the ball goes up, there's no substitute for effort.
Chandler kicks to Williams. A three-pointer off the mark. The deep three from Smith can't connect. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game. And
all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve.